Seto, please come to order. Today we'll just sit for a moment, gather our thoughts. Thank you. Are there any announcements? Senator from Washington.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the rules be suspended and that the Committee on Finance be relieved of S50, an act relating to patient access and to payment for healthcare services, and that the bill be committed to the Committee on Health and Welfare.
Now, the Senator from Washington has moved that the rules be suspended and that the Committee on Finance be relieved of S50, an act relating to patient access to and payment for healthcare services, and that the bill be committed to the Committee on Health and Welfare. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please indicate by saying nay. The ayes have it, and you have suspended your rules in order to relieve the Committee of Finance of S50 and refer the committee to the Committee on Health and Welfare. We have two Senate bills for introduction. S57, introduced by Senator Clarkson and others. Please listen to the first reading of the bill.
S57, an act relating to municipal authority over the discharge of firearms.
Now you've heard the first reading of the bill is referred to Committee on Government Operations. We have S58, introduced by Senator Sears. Please listen to the first reading of the bill by title.
S58, an act relating to imprisonment penalties for subsequent offenses for trafficking and dispensing or sale of a regulated drug with death resulting.
Now you've heard the first reading of the bill is referred to the Committee on Judiciary. That brings us to the orders of the day. We have up for consideration H1, third reading was ordered. Please listen to third reading of the bill. Oh, that's a good point. I'm sorry, are there any amendments before third reading? Seeing none, please listen to the third reading of the bill.
H1, an act relating to legislative oversight of payment reform and conflict-free case management for developmental disability services.
Now you've heard the third reading of the bill. The question is, shall the bill pass? Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed indicate by saying nay. The ayes have it, and you have passed H1. That completes the orders of the day. Senator from Chittenden Central.
Thank you, Mr. President. I would move that pending announcements, the Senate stand in adjournment until 11:30 a.m. Friday, February 3rd.
Senator has moved that Senate stand adjournment until 11:30 a.m. Friday, February 3rd, pending announcements. Are there any announcements? Senator from Madison.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Government Operations shall meet at 1:30.
Senator from Bennington.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Education will meet at 1:30.
Senator from Washington.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Finance will meet at 1:30.
Senator from Essex.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate institutions will meet 15 minutes after follow the gavel.
Senator from Franklin.
Thanks, Mr. President. Rise to a point of personal privilege and ask the body to note that today is Groundhog Day. If any of you remember the movie by the same name, starring Bill Murray in 1993, the protagonist was caught in a time warp. And every day was exactly the same. It was Groundhog Day. It began and over and over and over again. It was that same day. And for those of you who've not been in the Senate for a long time, you will learn what we have learned. And that is every day in the Senate is like Groundhog Day.
Oh, no.
We cover the same subjects in the same words and the same problems and the same issues and the same solutions or non-solutions over and over and over again. Groundhog Day. And I woke up this morning and I saw the shadow. And the only thing that I have to report, and I regret to do so, because there'll be at least 6 more weeks of the legislative session.
Are there any other announcements? Seeing none, the senator from Chittenden Central has moved that the Senate stand adjournment until 11:30 a.m. Friday, February 3rd. Are you ready for the question? If so, all those in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed indicate by saying nay. The ayes have it, and the Senate will stand adjournment until Friday, February 3rd at 11:30 a.m.